Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Insomnia. Today, we are continuing in our conquest and preparing a couple of projects, which should be pretty fun. So, we'll definitely work towards that. Before we really jump into the content of today's video, check to see if you are subscribed to the channel. If you're not, please take a moment to do so, as there's videos coming to you every single day. So, first off, we're making a couple of renovations to our nether wart farm as to keep mobs from spawning in it, especially while items are growing there. We do take a moment to brew up some of our phantom membrane along with the nether wart and some redstone to create some duration 2 potions of slow falling, as that's going to be very helpful when it eventually gets around to fighting the ender dragon. So I'm still working on being a little bit better at catching myself with water falling, but where this is a hardcore world, I don't want to have to rely on that where I don't have to. So that's certainly going to be something that I will be pouring a lot more time and focus into in future episodes. We do have a couple of phantom membranes and a lot of blaze rods as well, so we can continue to craft up some strength potions and other items. So looking forward to being able to do that as we continue to prep for that project. In the meantime, though, there is still some work that we need to do on our main house. You've seen the main floor that we have that we're finishing out here, and I do extend out the entrance a little bit to, well, actually have it more of an entrance instead of a unified box. For the walls, what I was thinking of doing is primarily using combinations of warped and crimson stems, and that is of the unstripped variety because, well, we'll get into the view of it a little bit later, but it should give us a pretty cool effect that I'm really excited to see how it comes together. The crimson tree here, or the crimson stem fungus thing that I went ahead and grew up here, did end up being quite tall. I think these things can grow up to 26 blocks in height, and I think I probably maximized that growth distance as I was collecting this here. So it was quite the adventure to get up to the top here. Now, I was focusing on cutting these down as we were working during the day to get some more of this. I eventually settled on collecting some of this equipment at night and just going and harvesting the natural occurring items from the nether because, well, it's just a little bit more efficient use of my time where we're restricting ourselves from not being able to sleep, especially for trees like this that are quite a bit taller. Additionally, we are going to want to harvest as many of these shroom lights as we can, as they are going to be the main light source. So what I mentioned I'm going to do with the walls here is I'm going to alternate the upright and horizontal portions of the stem, because that will provide us with a texture effect that's very, very unique in terms of how these little veins on the stems interact with each other. And I think that it comes together quite cool. Some might think that it has kind of a gaudy look to it, but I really do like how it was coming together. We're going to go ahead and finish out the entrance to our walkway here by plugging in a couple more of our polished chiseled blackstone blocks, as well as just the polished blackstone in more of this alternating pattern here. And I do quite like how well that has come together and the variety that's being provided with the flooring there. Now, I made a very dire mistake here of forgetting to re-equip some of my gold armor before coming back into the nether once at the night. And these guys will hunt you down. They pursue you for quite a long ways, and actually to get away from them, I basically had to throw myself off of a cliff because it was that bad. So as you can see here, as we come up to the edge, we end up finding some twisted stems that we can find our way down, and we just about fall and take way too much damage as we're falling down. Nothing happened here, so I don't know why you're asking. But while we were away, we did end up finishing the walls here. of the home with some more of the resources that we've collected. And as you see, the way that those stems alternate really creates a very, very cool looking pattern on these walls that I really enjoy, and honestly would love to see some more applications of, just because it's not something that I know that was highly anticipated of putting them together like that, but I really like how it looks. We're also going to be adding a second story to this home, and of course we're going to add some variety to that as well. I think it would be better to alternate the colors of stairs on their overall length, but maybe I'll go back around and adjust this back down to the point where it's textured more like the floor is. For now, I do think that I like the way that this is meant to look. The other thing that I wanted to include with this build is a little bit of a different texture in the ceiling. And what I thought would be awesome is to actually use some of this soil, because I really like the overall feel that that has and provides a really nice roofing texture. And additionally, we don't have to worry about walking on it because I will be layering this again to provide some cover on the second story as well. The ring around this area of the stairs I decided to do with some crying obsidian, mainly because I can't use it for a respawn anchor, given that, well, I can't respawn in this world. But that may or may not stay. I think I like it, so I'm going to leave it for now. Another thing that we want to go ahead and do is start putting together some lighting in here, and I'm going to do that with some shroom lights and alternate some use of some warped trapdoors and some crimson trapdoors as well, to kind of give it a really nice looking lantern feel as we go about. But it's actually not meant to be, because I got a little too ambitious here with this hoglin. And initially I thought that maybe I could take him. I had been meaning to fill out my little nether highway here a little bit more efficiently, but again, I got too ambitious, got knocked off, and fell a little bit too far. So that is as far as this world is going to go. Here's a brief glimpse at where we had left off, and well, we will showcase the final build in a creative build on Saturday. So look forward to that. Thanks for watching, and have a great rest of your day.